Hey everyone, I thought I would share with you a little haul. It's a bit of a mishmash of things. So it's not even first impressions because I didn't really have a chance to use these things, even though, well, that's not true to everything. So let's just get started. So I got one of the Stillman and Birn beta series soft cover. This is an 8x10 sketchbook, and the beta series is, I will show you, it's the extra heavyweight white cold press surface. I just love this paper, and I've used before a large hardcover journal and it just felt very fancy. It's like a really gorgeous sketchbook. Wait a second. So this is it. I didn't really treat it like a fancy should probably do something to the cover, but that's the journal. I have a flip through on my channel, I'm pretty sure. This paper is just gorgeous, and I would say it's the most, like, highest quality type of watercolor journal that I have come across, the beta series. So I got this size, and the reason that I got this size and the soft cover is because this is my journal that I recently finished, and I also have a flip through of this on my channel, and I just added these tabs after just because I really like them and I think it just looks so cute. So I just stitched them on. You can see they're just stitched on, and yeah, so this is from the Alpha series, and this is also white paper, and it's not completely smooth, but this is not the extra heavyweight. So this is just heavyweight, and you can see that it does buckle. So it really depends on your personal preference. I thought I would try the heavier paper and see how I feel about it, but I do really like the size, and I do like the soft cover. It kind of gives it, I don't know, it feels less fancy. And not that I'm scared to use my journals. By now, you know, I've finished so many, I'm kind of okay with, you know I can just buy another one if I want to. So yeah, but I don't know, we'll see how that goes. And I got that from Jackson's Art, and the other thing I ordered with that, I got an email, those are always dangerous, that Escoda, which are a Spanish brush company that I'm quite familiar with, they came out with a new range of brushes called Ultimo, and these are supposed to mimic squirrel hair. So if, like me, you don't want to buy any real hair, like animal hair brushes, then Escoda has, I know of at least 3 series from synthetic hair that are excellent and very affordable. But I was very curious about this new series, and yeah, so what I got this signature collection from an artist called Misled, and Escoda does that. They have several different sets. Actually, I think they do this really well because the sets look very tempting. So I got this one, and this comes with a number 10 brush from the Perla range, which you can see it's this kind of white, I think it's called Teclon hair, and I have several of these in my stash, and I have the number 8, 12 and 14, and you can see that they're all very well used and loved, and you can judge for yourself. This one I don't use as much, but these have been heavily used in the last couple of years, and well, you can see how well they look. I mean, they're a little bit stained and everything, but yeah, I have only good things to say about these. So these have a really nice, like, they're a little bit firm. They're not super firm. They hold a nice amount of water. I really enjoy them, and I use these a lot. So the set came with the number 10. I thought I would grab that. And then in the Misled set, I'll just leave what comes in the set here, not to confuse you. There are two of the Ultimo brushes. So one is this 3/4 of an inch brush, which I don't have a lot of these. I don't know, I have this brush from Royal and Langnickel. Actually, it's also 3/4 of an inch. And I have to say I don't use it as often, but I don't know, I was curious to see, and I played a bit with this, and I think it holds a lot of water. The hair is very, very soft, and yeah, it's really fun to play with. So I think if you do like larger scale paintings, very loose, very fluid, these look really great. And then the really interesting one for me was the number 8 rigger. So you can see it has longer bristles. This is super soft, and I really enjoy playing with this. You can get very nice expressive strokes with it. I got from the recommendation of Angela Fehr, if you're familiar with her here on YouTube. She's an amazing watercolor artist. The Escoda Ultimo number 10 is one of her favorite brushes, and it's a great brush again for like very expressive strokes, holds a lot of water. And the number 8 here, so this is the 10 Versatile and this is the 8 from the Ultimo collection, and this is even softer. And yeah, they both hold a lot of water. I really enjoyed playing with this one. And then, so these come in the Misled set. She has another set of 2 brushes. And then I got this one just because I use this size a lot, and I thought it would be a good, you know, size for me to test out. So this is the number 14 round Escoda Ultimo. And yeah, it comes to a nice tip. You can see it's now a little bit moist, and camera doesn't want to focus, so you can get an idea. Very nice tip, holds a lot of water, a lot of pigment, and yeah, I think it's a lovely brush. I think it's a good substitute for squirrel hair, definitely. You know, let's leave the squirrels alone, let them live in peace, and let's use synthetic brushes because we can. So these are the brushes. As I said, I've played with them. The Perla, this one I haven't played with, but the other ones that I've had, I have used heavily, so I can definitely recommend them. As I said, these are a lot firmer than these and hold less water, but yeah, they're lovely. So that is what I got from Jackson's Art Supplies. And then I got from Amazon something I wanted to try out. So these are the Chameleon pens. I know, something totally different, not watercolors. Who knew? And this is, it's the summer vacation, so my daughter got first dibs on like looking through the stuff because I was with my youngest, and yeah, I'm using all my tricks, and one of them is letting my eldest open packages from Amazon. So I got this set. I just thought, you know, I'll go for my favorite colors, see if I like them, and then I can always order more. I was obviously tempted to order the big set because that's me, but these are not cheap, so I thought I would give them a go and see how I like them. So this is the floral tones, and you can see the range of color. And these, if you're not familiar with them, they have, you know, you can find a ton of reviews, but basically you have a bullet tip or nib, you have the brush nib, which is the one I'm more interested in, and then you have the like the colorless one here. So basically the way it works, if I'm not mistaken, you go here and then these two have to touch, and then you use gravity to let the blender, the colorless blender, flow into the marker. And let's see, I probably need some paper. I'm so not prepared as always. So I don't know, depending on how long you hold it, that's the larger gradient you will get. So let's see how this works. Okay, I guess that was a long time. Where is the ink? Is it this paper? Will something come out? So this is real life. No, I think I just held it for a really long time. There it comes. There's the color. So you can see. There it is. So this is, I guess, the fuchsia color in all its glory. So you can see the nice gradient that you get. And you can look for these markers online. There are a ton of reviews. So each marker comes with like this colorless blender, which is supposed to save you... Wait a second. Okay, sorry, the sun is starting to come down through my window. My window faces west. So each marker has this colorless blender, and that's supposed to save you using multiple markers like you would with other alcohol markers like Copics and stuff. And their newer, it's not super new thing that they came out with are the Chameleon color tops. So you can get a blend not only from, you know, no color to the color, but you can get a color to color blend. So I got the Cool Tones set because again, these are like my favorite colors. I need to play with these. I'm completely unfamiliar with them, so I didn't want to buy like a huge amount of them and then not use them. But I'll just do a quick demo. So I'm gonna take the same color, and this is the first time I'm like touching these. So what you see is my own, you know, you can get an idea of how easy or difficult these are to use. What worries me, you can already see like the ink flowing from the blue to the pink. You see that? What worries me is that already the tip seems a bit, I don't know, it seems like it's fraying a little bit. And I just don't know how, but I did give this to my daughter, so maybe she was a little bit rough with them. So you can get, I mean, this is pretty cool, okay? I need to like figure out how this works for my style and the type of things I color and paint. This is pretty cool. So you can see, you get, you don't need to blend like at all. The marker does the work for you. And yeah, it's a little bit stained, the tip, but I don't really care about these things. I am worried that it might fray because it already looks a little bit beaten up. Let's see if it's the other ones. I don't know what my daughter did with these, so I don't know what is her fault and what's the marker's fault. But this is pretty cool. I mean, I do mostly watercolor stuff, and I wouldn't want to use these on watercolor paper because that's a very absorbent paper. It'll just suck out all the ink from these. So I need to figure out how this works into my art journaling and stuff. But you can see it's a cool product. So that's this thing. And the last thing I want to show you today, and I have actually one more book coming. Every now and again I get a bit of a book, kind of a buying books drive, because I always hope to learn stuff, and yeah. So I want to improve my people and faces drawing and sketching, and if you have good recommendations for that, leave them in the comment section, please. I am enjoying the Jane Davenport books, and this I saw, this is called Draw People in 15 Minutes, and you know, I looked in the, like, look inside on Amazon, and I thought this looked kind of interesting. And yeah, I have no idea. It's not a very colorful book, as you can see, but I'm hoping it will help me a little bit with posing. I don't know. But that's this one. And then this other one that I got, you know, you should pay attention when they tell you how big things are. I don't really like the format of this thing. You can see it's like huge. It's like a newspaper. This is, how big are you? It's almost 14 inches high, tall, and 10 inches wide. So I don't know, it's a little bit too much, but, and it's very, very thin. So this is called Faces and Features, Learn How to Draw Step by Step. From this series, there was also a book for faces, but I don't know, it didn't make me excited when I looked inside on Amazon. So this one has just, you know, some information about like different angles and different features. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know, I think my problem is I need something that makes me, you know, really excited to look through it. And this is a bit of a snoozer. I know I'm very superficial, but you know, like Jane Davenport spoils us with books that look like this. So, you know what I mean? It's just so much more tempting to look through, but I feel like, I don't know, I felt like I needed maybe something a little bit more something. I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm at that stage of searching. I found I really enjoy having like a written reference, like a book, some sort of real thing I can hold in my hands as opposed to a video tutorial. I'm happy to pay for online classes, but I don't know, I felt like I wanted something I can hold. So I got these two books, and then I'm waiting for another one called Face Fashion, which should come on Friday. And yeah, I will leave links to all these things. I still can't tell you what I think about them, except the brushes, which I really, really like. And yeah, that's it. That's the new stuff here. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.